Hi, it's Mr. Ballora here. We're going to do a tutorial on making a cube in SketchUp. First thing I want you to do is open the assignment, SketchUp Cube. From there, it's really important to read the rubric. So we're going to open that now and take a look at it. It's number one thing. There's 4 scoring points. Number 1 is 0. 2 is 10 points. 3 is 20. And 4 is 30. In order to achieve that full 30 points, your cube has to be 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet. In other words, each face has to measure 2 feet by 2 feet. So for 0 points is if no face is 2 feet by 2 feet. 2 points, or 10 points rather, is if 1 or 2 faces are 2 feet by 2 feet, for example, the top and the bottom. For 20 points, 3 to 4 faces. So maybe your top and bottom are, and your right side is, or your right and left side are. You can get 20 points. And then for 30 points, it'd be all 6, 5 or 6 faces. So top, bottom, right, left, front, and back. So there's our rubric. You're going to watch the tutorial video that I put down there for you. Then you're going to go ahead and open up SketchUp. You're going to name your file with your name and then -cube. You're going to place that in the SketchUp folder for cubes, and then you're going to go ahead and create it. So I'm going to walk you through that whole process right from opening up SketchUp. Here we go. So what you're going to do, I have some things in mind. You're not going to have these right off the bat, but eventually you will. You're going to come create new. And you want to select the simple template, feet and inches. Sometimes it just opens up without giving you this option, and that's okay as well. The first thing you want to do is come over here where it says Untitled, and you want to click on Untitled. This is where you're going to put your name in. And you want to make sure you get rid of the word untitled first, because it will stay in there. So there we are. Now I'm going to put -cube. And I'm going to click OK. So now remember I told you to put this in the folder titled cubes. So you're going to do that. Where it says folders, we just come down, we click on cubes, and then we hit select. And it's in there. So it's saving this file into that folder right now. And your name is in it, -cube. So it's there and I can view it. So this little guy here is not really important. He can be deleted. So I would recommend you do that. It makes it easier, I think, for me. But if you like, you can leave him. I'm going to tap on him. And then I'm going to hit the delete button. And he's gone. Over here is our toolbar. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come down here to this square, rectangle shape. We're going to hover over it, and it says rectangle. Tap it once, and it will open up. And this very top piece, if you hover over it with your cursor, says rectangle. So click on that, and we get a pencil. Now we're going to come over here, and we're going to, anywhere between the green and red lines, we're just going to take it, and we're going to click and drag. And we're going to create that shape. Okay? So there's our shape. It doesn't tell us how big it is on the shape, but it does in the lower right corner where it says dimensions. So you're just going to type your dimensions down in there. Now you don't need to go down with the cursor. It's not going to do any good to go down there and click on it. It's all set. You can just start typing. Notice I'm going to leave the pencil up top, and I'm just going to type. So the expression for feet is an apostrophe, and that's located right below the quotes sign on your keys, usually immediately next to the enter or return key. Okay, so 2 and then apostrophe, comma, that's separating it, and then you're going to do that one more time, so you now have 2 feet by 2 feet. Then hit enter, and there's your base. So now we're going to come over to our toolbar again, and we're going to come down to this tool, so a square with an arrow, the push-pull tool. Click on that. You have three options. The top one is the push-pull tool. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to set it down on top of our shape. Now you notice when I put it on top and it's connected, dots appear. So click and drag. And then all we're going to do is type in the height that we want, which is 2 apostrophe or feet. Enter. So now we have a cube that's 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet. So there we are. If you want to add color to this, which you certainly can, come up here and you're going to do the select tool. You're going to click on it. And now you'll have the arrow. And just click and drag a big box around it. And it's covered in dots now. We come back to our toolbar and we're going to click on the paint can. And then the paint can again. And while you're here, here's the colors. So you can choose a color. I'm going to choose this greenish color at the top left corner. And once I click on it, I don't know if you can see, but it's highlighted in blue. Come over here and I click on my box. Now the whole box has changed color. I'm going to hide this by clicking the arrow up here in the top right corner. Close that panel. And I'm going to come back to my select tool. I'm going to click anywhere on the screen. There's the cube. If you want to see it in 3D, you can come on down to the orbit tool at the very bottom of your toolbar. Click on the orbit tool. It gives you 5 options. You're going to click on the top one where it says orbit. So give that a click and you can see the cursor's changed. Click and spin. And there you go. So you've got this 3-dimensional shape. Make sure you go up and hit save again here. If you don't hit save, you're going to lose the changes that you made. And you go back to a blank document. So I'm going to click save. It says saving. This is now in the cube folder, right? And it has your name, in this case mine, -cube. So I can go there and find your work and check your work. Once you're done, come up here to the 3 bars, click on them. You can go home and it'll show you that it's there and saved. Once complete, you can close the window out and you're all set on that particular assignment.